Hey guys, I'm Hilikus. Welcome to a podcast from the Lost and Found. Okay, today we're reviewing a brand new sci-fi game. Today we're reviewing Mass Effect 2. Okay, from the trailer you can see the game looks pretty awesome. You play a character called John Shepard, and it's a sci-fi game, so you're the head of like your own spaceship. Let's talk a little bit about the game mechanics and how it plays out. Okay, first of all, this is a very different game that we're usually used to playing. I say I mean we're used to like Call of Duty and Halo and Gears of War. Generally first-person shooters is kind of my game type. And everything's happening very fast and very involving, and straight off the bat you can tell this game is very different to that. It's one player, there's no Xbox Live Play. There's some DLC for it, but generally you're playing on your own and you're involved in a story. So I think the transition from going from like fast involving first-person shooters to a kind of story role-playing game like this is that everything seems to slow right down. You know, there's not as much interaction. There's a lot more movies and a lot more cutscenes, and you're less involved with the action, which is a kind of a downer, to be honest. I played this game for 3 hours, and so I'm going to give you a quick preview of what the game's like, and hopefully it'll help you decide about whether it's the kind of game that you want to invest your time and money playing. Cool. Okay, so let's start with a quick tour of the ship. You play a character called John Shepard, and you're the commander of your own spaceship. So on board your ship, you've got lots of team members that do all different kind of jobs, and you can interact with them in conversation. I think the thing about Mass Effect 2, it was the same with Mass Effect 1, it kind of started this new conversation thing in role-playing games, where you're kind of deciding which way the conversation is going to go. So a lot of the time you end up with the little circle at the bottom, and you decide what option you're going to take on the conversation. So far, I've been playing 3 hours, and so far I don't think that choosing a direction for the conversation actually makes a difference to the story. I'm sure it will later on in the game, and that has kind of consequences, but at the minute it's just like each option is just more and more information that you can find out about characters and what the plot's doing and stuff like that. To navigate, you actually fly your ship through a solar system, so if you head up onto the main deck and check out the solar system, you can see all the planets here. And this is really illustrating that there's a lot more to this game. I mean, you start off on visiting one planet, and you can fly your ship to other planets, but you can't dock. So you're really controlled. There's not kind of the free reign that you get with Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that, where you can just go and do what you want. You haven't got this with this game. You've got to follow the plot through. So back to the first planet, and you dock there. And I felt lost a lot of time. Like, you kind of you have to really follow the story in order to know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. A lot of the time you can get a little objective arrow up on you to point you in the right direction, but most of the time that I've been playing this game, I've been like, I haven't got a clue what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just running around looking for somebody to talk to, and that's kind of how the story plays out. You have to kind of go to somebody and have a conversation, and they send you somewhere else to look for somebody else. And so you then spend 10-15 minutes running around this kind of nightclub looking to speak to somebody else. Find that guy, talk to him, he says go back, so you have to run all the way back. And I'm like, really? Is this supposed to be fun? And we're supposed to be, the whole thing is there's a threat on this person's life and you've got to protect them. And so when you actually find the threat and eliminate them, it's just a cutscene again. And so there's no actual battle there, and I thought that was really disappointing. You know, I've been playing for 45 minutes and I haven't actually shot anything yet. So, I'm starting to wonder. I mean, I know that this is a classic game and loads of people love it. But after 3 hours, I'm not convinced I'm going to go and buy it. That said, there is lots of combat involved, and I'll show you a little bit of how the combat system works. So, when you dock into a planet, you often take a couple of team members with you. So there's like, you're in a team of 3, and when you're entering battle, there's often 1 or 2 of those guys still with you. So it kind of enters almost not first person, like a third person shooter mode when you're in battle. So you are aiming your gun, you're firing, you're getting headshots, people are going down a bit quicker. It's good, like the battles are really good. You have the kind of standard guns, so you got a pistol, you got an automatic rifle, you got a shotgun, you got a sniper rifle, and you've also got special powers. So like you have to wait for the power charge to build up, but you can hold in the right shoulder button and it will access what's called a power wheel, and it shows you all the different options, and you can select which enemy, because it freezes battle when you do this, you can select which enemy you're going to launch this power attack on, and you can also assign other power attacks from your team members on other enemies, and then when you release, all of these things happen at once and you can wipe out like 3 or 4 guys. So that's pretty cool. I don't think it's been done the best way it could be done, but it's pretty cool. I think the thing is, I can't really give a full review of this game after only playing it for 3 hours. It feels like it's going to take a lot longer than that for the game to open up. I still wanted to review it because I think it's important you know how a game will initially play when you buy it, because I haven't got the time to put into this game, so I'm not going to go out and buy it. It's a huge story, and it looks like the battle sequences and the fighting and stuff, it gets a lot more intense later on. But I feel like, I've started playing Assassin's Creed 2 as well, and after 10 minutes I'm hooked. It's like, it's got me, I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm enjoying playing the game, lots of action, it's quite intense, and it's got me hooked. Whereas I played this for a few hours and I'm not really feeling it. I feel a bit like sometimes the developers, they know how the game's going to play out, and they don't really, I don't know whether they don't invest enough time thinking about how somebody new to the game is going to understand what to do, because I just get lost in these things. It might just be me, I don't know, but yeah, I get a bit lost playing these games. Okay, so quick roundup. I know it sounds like quite a negative review. I think I was disappointed. I think that's what it is. I was disappointed that there's not as much fighting and stuff at the beginning, and you're not involved that way. It's a lot of story. It's like watching a film and then every now and then just pressing or choosing an option and then watching more film, or running around trying to find somebody. So it's a one-player game. If you've got a lot of time, if you've got some holidays coming up and you're going to be on your own and you just want to play games, then it could be a really good game to invest some time in. It comes on 2 discs as well, so there's shed loads of content there to get through. And I think it'll be rewarding in the end. I think it's going to be like a really epic story, and it probably unfolds, and it probably gets you in the long run like that. But I haven't got that much time to play on one game. I'm playing some really good games at the minute, and I just want to spend a couple of hours playing each game every week. So I haven't got time to get into this game. So it's probably a great game, but you got to have some time to play this one. I think that's a fair enough roundup. Okay, maybe I'll revisit it if I haven't played again. Okay. Our podcast is sponsored by Caps for Sticks, which make little rubber caps for your analog sticks. Can you see that? Yeah. These guys are awesome. They're really cheap. You can buy them from capsforsticks.com. They're like 99p for a pair of these rubber caps. They fit on over your analog sticks, and they just mean that you're going to stay connected to your controller a lot more when you're gaming. They're a sponsor of our podcast, and so they give us a free pair to give away each week. So last week's winner we'll announce down here now. And if you want to enter for your chance to win, if you're 16 or over, just comment your gamer tag underneath this video, and we'll choose somebody at random and we'll announce them in the next week's podcast. So check back next week to find out if you've won. So Lost and Found is a gaming website for Xbox gamers, and there's a free membership. So if you sign up, you'll get your own Xbox gamer profile, which kind of pulls in all your gamer score and your recently played games and stuff like that. You can interact with the other members on the website, and everybody has their own message board on their page, so you can leave messages for each other and chat that way. You also get with that an embeddable gamer card, which is an image that you can embed on other websites and use elsewhere on the internet. And that'll it just gives you a chance to brag about your gamer score, really. For me, that's not a big thing. So, what else? Oh yeah, we do late night gaming sessions called the Red Eye Sessions. I think it's about time we did another one. It's been a couple of weeks, so it feels like it's time. We've been playing a lot of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, but I think next time we might play Halo 3, just for a change. So we'll talk more about that soon, so stay tuned, and if you subscribe on like iTunes or head over to our website, that's where you'll get the latest updates. Cool. Oh, and YouTube too. Cool. Okay guys, till next week. Goodbye.